In the 2nd century of Hijri calendar, in the region of Pam, Afghanistan, lived a great king named Abu Ishaq Ibrahim bin Adam bin Mansur. He was a nobleman, a descendant of the Khalifa Umar bin Khattab radhiyallahu anhu. One day, King Abu Ishaq Ibrahim bin Adam went hunting in the forest with his favorite horse. His passion for hunting made him frequent the forest at specific times. He was enjoying the hunt this time. Feeling tired, he rested under a shady and cool tree. As he was about to eat the bread from his bag, a crow suddenly snatched it and flew away. Naturally, King Ibrahim was surprised. Nonetheless, he accepted losing his only bread with contentment. But he was curious about where the crow went. Without hesitation, he immediately pursued the bird on his horse. The terrain King traversed was challenging, yet he didn't give up. He was determined to follow the crow. "I don't know why I'm so curious about this crow," thought the king. If the king hadn't been careful, the crow would have vanished from his sight. The bird was agile, flying while holding the bread it took from the king. However, strangely, the crow hadn't eaten the bread. After a while, the king couldn't find any trace of the crow. Where did the bird go? Unsure it was flying here just now, the king wondered. As he looked around, suddenly he saw an unconscious man tied to a large tree. The king approached him promptly. "Hey, wake up!" exclaimed the king as he shook the man to wake him up. It turned out that the man was still alive. Slowly, his eyes opened. The king quickly untied the ropes that bound him. "Who are you, and how did you end up tied here?" the king asked. "I am a victim of robbery, Your Highness," explained the man, who was a merchant. "The robbers took all my belongings and left me tied here. I have been bound for 7 days. 7 days? The king was astonished. "How could you survive all this time while being tied up?" The merchant then narrated that a crow regularly came to feed him, including giving him bread. "The crow would sit on my chest and place the bread in my mouth. That's how I have managed to survive without starving. Allah subhanahu wa taala has never forsaken me," he added. Subhanallah, praise King Abu Ishaq Ibrahim bin Adam. He took the merchant to his palace and allowed him to freshen up. Then, the king sent his guards to accompany the merchant back home. The merchant was immensely grateful to the king. This astonishing event opened the king's awareness upon the true nature of sustenance. From that moment, Abu Ishaq Ibrahim bin Adam decided to step down from the throne and dedicate all his wealth to charitable causes. He emancipated his slaves and chose to live a life of simplicity and asceticism. After leaving the throne, Abu Ishaq Ibrahim decided to fully devote himself to the path of Allah. He performed the hijrah, seeking knowledge and righteous deeds as provision for the hereafter. Abu Ishaq Ibrahim studied under several scholars, including Imam Bakir and Malik bin Dinar, during his journey of migration towards the west, to Mecca and even to the land of Sham. Abu Ishaq Ibrahim passed away in the year 782 century and was remembered as a scholar known for his piety, asceticism, and profound knowledge, making him highly respected among scholars. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has guaranteed that every living being will receive sustenance. Sustenance here refers not only to material wealth, but includes all the blessings of the world, whether it's good health, career, position, and even having a peaceful family with righteous spouses and children. However, many people feel anxious and worry about their sustenance, and most often they consider sustenance solely as material wealth. As a result, some of them engage in a relentless pursuit of wealth, even resorting to unlawful means to attain it. We are indeed obligated to make efforts to obtain the sustenance provided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best what His creatures need and what is best for them. The sustenance we currently possess might be the best for us, though we may not realize it, and what may seem ordinary to us might be the desired sustenance for others. The best sustenance is the which leads us to become more obedient and closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.